sections. I'll turn on. All right. So this is the Botvac package. In 2010, Mike Ferguson took the Botvac, which has a micro USB port, and there's a programming guide out there where you could drive the wheels and read the LiDAR scans and all that sort of thing. And Mike Ferguson codified this, ROSified this, I should say, into this Botvac. It's Python Botvac package, and it takes it and he converts. It makes variables and converts them. There's two files. There's a driver and a wrapper. The driver takes the variables and hoists them up so the wrapper can use them for the things that are ROS, including the visualization, the mapping, and the navigating, and all those sorts of things. So this is the Botvac package. I'll put that in the chat. That's what this is going to be all about. And so to begin, I always ping my Raspberry Pi. There's a Raspberry Pi inside the dirt bin of the Botvac, and I haven't plugged it in. So let me do that now. Actually, so you can see that the host is unreachable. Let's come over here to the Botvac, and we'll put the battery. This is a phone, a data bank, and this is the Raspberry Pi, and it's all inside the dirt bin of the Botvac. Botvac features a LiDAR, a two-dimensional LiDAR. It spins at 5 hertz, takes 360 readings per revolution, and we're able to thereby map and navigate the environment. So I'll put my Botvac over here. Again, this is a physical robot. You'll be looking at RViz, the ROS visualizer, but it represents a physical robot that would be driving around on the floor. So let's go back at our ping. And still says unreachable. And so now you see it replying. So the Raspberry Pi is booted up. I'm about to SSH to it. The Pi is called Turtle 5. Here we've logged into the Raspberry Pi that's inside the dirt bin of the Botvac. Now we shall launch the Botvac package. This is the package that reads the LiDAR scans and drives the motors and that sort of thing. So we're launching the Botvac package on the Raspberry Pi that's inside the dirt bin of the Botvac. I can see that the LiDAR on the Botvac now has started spinning. Next, we're going to launch SLAM Toolbox. This is the package in ROS that does mapping. That's mapping, not napping. Now we're going to launch RViz. This is the ROS visualizer. I'm running these on the workstation, the SLAM toolbox and the ROS visualizer. Okay, so it's all 3D. You see, we got a nice 3D model of our robot there, and finally, I'll launch teleop keyboard. This is how you drive the robot around to create your map. I always put that in a separate window and make it as small as possible to keep it out of the way. And so the teleop keyboard is a publisher, and the Botvac package subscribes. What do I got? I'll tell you what I got. I probably got a bunch of overload. Let's look at something. I just ran into the trash can. Okay. Now this is Slam Toolbox. This is ROS too. You see me going back and forth here? With G mapping, which was ROS 1, if you screwed up a map, there really wasn't much you could do. But I find with Slam Toolbox, you can actually fix a map that's gotten screwed up. And so here my timing's kind of caught up. So, and I'm driving the robot through the hallway here, creating a map, okay? I can no longer see the robot now, but I'm driving via map. Let's see here. I do want to look at something though. I'm going to use a Linux tool here called HTOP to see how much CPU space I'm using. I found that this is Ubuntu 2004 and Foxy version of ROS. The next version, Ubuntu 2204 and Humble, seem to require quite a bit more CPU space. I see my load average here is 8.6. This is a 4-core i7 running at 2.8 gigahertz. It's not the fastest thing, but it's not a snoozer either. Your load average there is 8. A unit of 1 there increments like 1 core, and it's a 4-core. So I'm really pushing it. But when I run this, well, and plus this is running the Zoom call. If I ran this with Ubuntu 2204 and Humble, that number would be up to 20. So, you know, it's the difference between being usable and not usable. Anyways, I'm resisting the temptation here to drive through. No, I'm actually going to do it. I'm going to drive through the bathroom and my bedroom and my storage room here. So bear with me. We'll actually drive it instead of navigating. I think that'll be more better. Oops, I just hit the, oh, here's a tip too. Here's where you save your map, okay? So as you go along, I've done this several times. So you're driving along and it's going a little too well. You got a good map, you should save your map at that point before you try to go any further. Here I've already screwed it up because I've bumped into the wall, so you see my map's all whacked here. I'm going to back up 3 steps. This kind of ruins my demo, but I think I can save it because I made a really nice map earlier. So what I'm going to do at this point is back up. Here we can see that our Raspberry Pi in the dirt bin is still pinging. I'll go back here, and here I'm still logged into Turtle 5. So I'm going to relaunch the Botvac package. Okay, so this gets the robot publishing the LiDAR scans and subscribing so it can drive the motors and stuff like that. And finally, I'm going to launch Slam Toolbox without slam equals true. So that just loads in the navigation stack. This is loading in the navigation stack, Slam Toolbox. And when you say RViz equal true, it starts mapping instead of loading in a map that you've already created. This should load in a map that I've already created. And now I'm going to launch RViz. Yes. Okay, so this is a map that I created earlier, okay? I screwed up that map. So I've loaded in a map that I created earlier. This is a pretty good map of my apartment here. So here I need to set the pose estimate. So I know the robot's about up here, and I point, press, drag mouse up. And let's just drive around a little bit, and it should be able to orient itself. You see it localizing? You see how it did that? Oops. It took what it got, and it figured out where it was within the confines of the wall. Okay, so now we'll actually do some navigating. Here we go. Nothing up my sleeve. I'm not driving it with the keyboard. I'm going to do a navigation goal. Let's keep it simple first. Point, press, drag, mouse up, and it's not doing it. Waypoints action server not available. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so there's the Botvac package. Here comes SLAM tool. Here comes navigation without the SLAM toolbox. And here comes RViz again. So this will load in the map. I need to set my pose one more time. Let me walk over there and make sure which way the robot's face. Okay, so I have to set the pose. So I'm going to set my pose. It's right about here. Okay, and now let's see if we can navigate. There it goes. Okay, and let's keep it rolling here. Oh no.
Oops.
Yeah, he's really keyboard now. Yeah, I may have moved that table earlier. I want to reset the pose. The robot's right about here. And let's do that navigation one more time up there. We're just trying to figure out where he is. I'm going to use my teleop keyboard and help him out. See what the map thinks. All right. Tell you what, let's give him an easier go. Let's go over here. Trying to localize. Yeah, no excuses, but I did move a table. That's why I took it down after. All right, so let's get a full navigation here. I'm going to go from one end of the hallway to the other. Point, press, drag, mouse up, and here it comes. Trying to relocalize. There you make the goal. Let's do one more stretch goal here.
Yeah, that was good.
Thank you. You're kind, Steve.
Been there, done that, and it hurts. It's painful.
Live demos, you gotta love them.
Yep.
Trying to take a shortcut there to the cabinet. My navigation may be broken. It wants to go through that cabinet very badly. And that's it. That's the end of the demo.
Very good.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You're very kind and easily amused. All right, I'm gonna stop the recording at this point.
So I'm